make suggestions.
Well, and it seems like every year it's something new.
See,
whether it's
only
the
one of those emojis was my suggestion.
Oh, okay.
The other one wasn't.
Whose was it?
Which one do you think, Jenny?
I don't know. I don't
You have to
remember
say.
what
You
I
have
don't
to
remember
say.
what you tweeted.
See, she didn't even know. That's how important it was.
Oh, wait, it was an eye roll and a baseball?
It was the eye roll.
The
and it was
thinky.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
the thing.
Eye roll was yours.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
No doubt.
So
I
if
was
you
like, really? Are you kidding me?
what would be the Mike Gundy emoji if you could create one? Get some web developer or whatever. Create. What would it? I mean, I think
If
you
I
should
was
have
going to
your own
build
one.
on history, it would have to be the I'm a man, I'm 41.
Absolutely.
And you could send, somebody needs to do that.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do I get
I wonder if you do
copyright?
patent things like that or trademark them. There's got to be somebody here smart enough to know that.
We're going to figure this out within the
Yeah.
hour.
No doubt you could do that. I bet that would be an emoji.
Oh, it's been a gift.
That would be around a lot longer than me as a coach.
It'll be a legacy.
No, that's right. The coaching won't. That will.
Speaking to the social media, I mean, you've done the singlet, you did the saxophone this year for Coach Boynton.
Right.
I mean, in that regards, what is that kind of geared towards? Not just helping out those coaches, but I mean, is that, you see that as a recruiting tool as well?
I'm going to go back to Gavin and media and Chris Deal and Orange Power Studios, and there's a group of people that are pretty smart. And you have to admit, we're pretty good on social media, and we're very good on videographing and such, with a very limited budget. They will contact me and say, this is maybe good, you need to do this, or whatever. It's for John Smith, or it's for Boynton, or it's for soccer, girls soccer, or softball, or whatever. Most of the time I'll say, let's do it. If I'm not comfortable with it, I won't do it. But they're fantastic at knowing what people will take and run with, because the ones that see it are the guys we're recruiting. I don't know what I did. I did something about a month ago. I can't remember what it was. And we had like 16 of the top 75 guys we were recruiting had retweeted it, or whatever you call it. And so they called and said, hey, this was a great idea because 16 of your people saw it and retweeted it.
Mike, how has Patsy Armstrong helped the program in the 4 or 5 months since you brought her in?
Well, she brings she's the first female in the recruiting office, which is good. It's always good to have a female's opinion of what's going on. We recruit a lot of players that have moms, and they think differently than males do. So she's been awesome in that area. She's had a ton of experience with structuring and organizing events, which is not easy. Meaning, like a recruiting day on a spring game. You have 400 people. You need, little hot shots. You need a band. You need karaoke. You need all these things. You need food. And she's good at all that. And so she's given us an approach, and I think she's pushed our guys in the recruiting office. Like the ones that have been there, she's come in and she said, "Hey, why do we do this? Why don't we do it this way?" And that instigates thought and improvement.
Mike,
How's
all this talk about tractors and hay baling. I grew up in Midwest City. I grew up on a farm. I can talk about that.
Well,
Where did this come from?
We had 80
Midwest
acres.
City
My
ain't the
dad had
farm.
80 acres in Meeker, and we cut hay and we baled hay and we did all the stuff farming. But I'm into it big right now. We're breeding many longhorn cattle. We're breeding many Hemis and Scotty cattle.
Like mini, like small, not
Yeah,
many.
the little ones. Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
Well,
okay.
we have 7 longhorns. We have 3 mini Scotties. We're breeding turkeys, wild turkeys, peacocks. The snakes keep getting my peacock's eggs. So both females, they got our eggs, and so they were wandering the property the other day, and I think they're looking for somewhere else to lay because the snakes are getting them. And we were in the sheep business for a long time, but we cut a lot of hay, we spray, we weed, we cut, we rake, we do it all.
So that comes from when you were a kid.
Yes.
You guys had
Now,
a
in 10 days I'm done.
right.
And I have a ranch hand named Reuben who's awesome. If he ever quits, I'm done. But he's awesome. He takes care of everything. But when I'm on vacation, I'm on the farm. So, like I left my 2 boys assignments today. They had to go out in the hayfield, and you'll understand this, they had to pick milkweed by hand because you can't have the milkweed in the hay. We advertise weed-free, high-protein, horse Bermuda hay. So they had to pick it by hand. That's not fun. But it's good for them.
And your boys have been extremely receptive to this.
No. But they don't have a choice. So I leave them chores, and it's not that bad. I give them like 2 to 3 hours of work in the afternoon, and on a farm, that's not bad.
Could be 8 or 10.
That's right. And they go do football, and they come back, and they do 2 or 3 hours, and they act like it's the end of the time. But it's good for them. Kids need manual labor.
Now your oldest son,
He's in college, so he knows better than to come home. He's in summer school.
smart guy.
He says, I've got to take 9 hours this summer.
Has to.
Sure you do.
One.
You just have 2 more semesters to finish, or you're on your own payroll. That's it. That's what he was told.
And then the other one's a quarterback at Stillwater. Right?
That's my 16. My 13 is
Sophomore.
he'll be a rising junior. Yeah.
How's the recruiting process starting for him?
Yeah, he's doing stuff. I mean, that'll play out a lot more in the next 6-7 months. Whatever he does, I don't know what he'll do.
Has he been offered by OSU?
No, I just told him the other day. I went over watched him and told him he's definitely not good enough.
Is he still behind where you were at that age?
Is he what?
Is he still behind where you were at that age? As a quarterback?
No, he throws it better than I do. Well, I have had several of them, and several being 3, that have texted me or their mom and said, I am changing my last name. That's it. That's the final straw. Now, when I did the homecoming one, the little one was there. He was in the arena, so, he essentially wanted to crawl under the bleachers. But I do think about him for a second, but then I think about all the things that they do to me to make me miserable at times, so I don't worry about it.
It's paid back.
That's right.
Good parent.
Coach, I know you said your kids aren't into the whole farming thing, but I know James Washington, that's what he do, and y'all could bond about that.
Sure.
Is there anyone, I figure maybe Cornelius, since he's from Texas, is there anyone on the team now you can talk about farming with?
We have a few guys. Chance Cook, he's a big cowboy. He's a farmer. James was farming, but he's more into the coyote hunting side of it. And Corn Dog, he acts like that he's not from the country. He, I think, tries to get away from it. But here's the reason that most kids don't want to deal with it is because it's hard work. They don't like to do it. They don't want to be out in the heat working, and they would rather be inside watching TV or playing Fortnite.
Hey guys, our ride's actually here, so maybe the last question, and if you want to walk off with us, that's fine, you can walk off with us.
Can you
Let's
talk
make this
just
last question.
briefly about Jacob Farrell, Cole Walterscheid, and Baron Odom?
Well, Barron is doing good. He came in early and was out of shape, but he's now in better shape, coming along. Obviously very young. Cole's doing great.